Welcome to part 3 of reordering. So in this video, I'm going to learn one of the rare types of reordering that I use personally in my app that I built. So I will show you an example so you can understand what I'm talking about. But before we get started, if you are interested in learning no code and building your app and grow it to make thousands of dollars with your app, then you have to check out my free newsletter. So you can check that out in the description down below, the first link in the description down below, where if you join, you will get some tips and tricks that will help you on your development journey to help you build a real app that will be impactful for both you and the world. So don't forget to check that out. It's in the first link in the description down below. So further ado, let's get into it. So here, let me show you an example. So this is my app. It's called Commitment. It's a habit tracking app. If you are curious about knowing like how it works, you can just join the newsletter and I will notify you once it's published. So anyway, so when you long press on one of them, like you click on the reorder all habits. So they will give you just a list. You click here and drag the habit one at the bottom. When you click on save changes, that will be applied. You see, you don't want to reorder things here, so you long press, you click on reorder, you do whatever you like you drag this one for long press here, drag this one, long press here again, and then when you save the changes, that will be applied. This is the new type of reorder. As I told you, it might be good for habits or for products, but if you have like a to-do list app, you don't want your users to reorder in such way. You can use what we have learned in the previous part, that is way more practical in a way. But for habits, since people do not reorder them like so often, then I will give them this chance to reorder them separately, since they do that less frequently. So let's go ahead and jump into learning how we can do that. So here we have, our project. And sorry, I wanted to do a recap for what we have seen in the last episode, but I have lost the file where we have made the diagram. I lost that file, but it's okay because you need to watch the previous episode before you watch this, because I won't repeat some very important parts because we have done that enough in the previous part. So make sure you check that out as well as the first part, because they are like a chain. You cannot skip them. So now it's actually change something here. So we are going to keep it so we are going to keep some of this for the next episode about loops. So it's very crucial to know. So here we are going to need another page. So this might be reordering page. So this is where we are going to be doing the reordering, right? So we are going to change anything. So here, like, we are going to use this button temporarily, we're going to use that. So that will take us to what? To the reordering page. Good. So here in the reordering page, here is where we want to do our reordering. And by the way, you can skip this part about UI. It's really up to you. So here we want to have a list, right? So we are going to be doing the reordering here on this list. We are going to be doing it instead here. So let's remove the app bar, and we're going to have a list of text, right? We are going to be reordering the text, and that will be applied right here. This is the same project we used for our our part 2 project. So let's just refresh a little bit. So here is our product table with, so we have here the index is what this is the main column that we use for reordering. So now it's time for us to have a list. So now this is the question, like how we do that. Like, just I think that it's enough for now, like just prepare that. So maybe let's go and jump into the practice. So when you click here, you're going to take everything so all of the products that you have here coming from this backend query. Yeah, it's the products backend query. You are going to check all of their names, because when you want to reorder, you only reorder the names, right? Like we see in the previous part that we can reorder visually, but in the backend, like we can, like I think that I remember, yes, we were reordering the maybe the products or whatever that was, maybe it was tasks, and I told you that in the backend you are reordering not the you are not reordering the backend, but you are reordering the IDs. this is what you were, or in reality we have seen that in details in part 2. Make sure you watch that before this one. So now, as I told you, visually we are going to be reordering what the names, but in the backend we are going to be reordering what the IDs. So now when you want to go to that page, we need two things. We need a list of IDs and a list of what the names, right? Because names are visually, like, just names is for, like, it's visual, so it's a list of strings. And the IDs, this is what we reorder in the backend. It's because reordering happens both visually and in the backend, in the front end and in the backend as well. So it's a list of integers, and this one is a list of strings. Click on confirm now. Go back here, go to this button. Now we have to pass them. So it's the same way we passed maybe the IDs before, we will pass this one as well. So names, so we click here and we map list item and we steal the names. So click here again, products, map list item. This time we check what? The IDs. Good. So let's do one more thing, please. Here we want to just get the new schema to make a refresh. Good. So now we have given the names and the IDs. Now it's time for us to do the reordering. First, we want to reorder a list, but this one is not a list. So this one has to come from a dynamic children. Again, if you are interested in dynamic children, comment down below and I will make a video for it, because if you don't comment, I cannot know how you want that. So the third video was thanks to one commenter who commented on part 1. I made this video for him. I will mention him at the end of the video. So now here, this we need a dynamic children. This one will be what? Names, because visually we are going to be reordering the names, but at the backend we are going to be reordering the IDs. So click here and just say names, which is a parameter. Click OK. So now actually what will happen? So there is a problem here that we have, but to be honest with you, I want to show you the problem, right? We are going to face a problem, and I want to show it to you. So I just want to fix it from the start. So let me just switch this. So we saw how we can turn this into a list of strings. Sorry, it starts with a capital S. And this one is going to be a string. So I don't think we need to type strings. It's just string. Click on save. So now, as I told you, there is going to be some error. So first of all, we want to turn this into a list, just like that, because the list is the only widget that can be reorderable, as you can see here. So to reorder, so this is the exact same thing we saw in part 1. So just add a custom action. On the reorder, of course, it's this is the custom action. Sorry. So that was not supposed to be that. So we'll go with the reorder items. The old list is the one from parameters. This will open up a new topic. It's very important, but it's worth it. We're going to dive deep into it, but we are going to dedicate some video only if some of you have commented below and show me that they really want that. I will do it for them. If nobody commented, then there is no need to make it. So the action is going to be a new list. So I don't think we need that. So now actually we did the reordering. So let's just click here and choose change from hello world to names. So let's now click on the test mode and let's see the problem, because as I told you here on this channel, I don't like to make the video before showing it to you. I like to make the mistakes and show you the like with the dark side of this. So when you go and build something on your own, you will accept that you will face some problems, right? Because some people will try to give you the best video possible without making any mistakes. So when you watch those kind of videos, you will think, yes, so I can go and I will do the same as they did without making any mistake. But in reality, they made some mistakes before you. They spent a lot of time doing mistakes and learning. But for you, you are going to be accepting the final result. You will say, hey, I can do that without any headache. but you will be faced with the harsh reality that you are going to face problems. So for me, I like to take you away from that. I like to show you the problem, show you the process, so you can know how to fix it when you face it. And you will eventually and inevitably face that. So enough talking. So let's actually, so don't worry about that. So let's add the price. So I'm going to go to this. So let's reorder. You see the problem? The that product that I have dragged down below went back. So let's take this one, and it went back. So let's take this one again, and everything will go back to its initial place. So now you might raise the question, why is this happening? So as I told you, I'll give you a quick answer, but if you want an in-depth video, always comment down below and I will make it for you. So the quick answer for this is going to be, because this is coming from what? So let's go to that dynamic children right here. It is coming from what? From a parameter. So when you reorder a parameter, it does not change. It will stay the same, right? So in the part one, what we used a page state. Why? Because page states can change, but a parameter will never change. It will always stay the same, right? So this is why they are giving us this option to get the new list, so we can change the old state, so we can change the old list, right? But with the parameters, you cannot change anything. As I told you, this is a very big topic. It requires an in-depth video. Again, if you want me to make that, comment down below. So what's the solution? So let's find out what we can do with that. So it's really easy. We could just go have a page state. So we can just call it I don't know, lab, for example. But the problem is here that I actually think is going to be like, now in a nutshell, we are looking to reorder the names here visually, and the IDs. We want to also reorder the IDs, but in the backend. So we are reordering two. One in the front end, which is names, one in the backend, which is IDs. So I think we will need two, right? Names. It's a list. So this one is a list of integers. So here now we have the states. What's the point now? So I think that it's easy. So whenever you find yourself on this page, like whenever you load on this page, like it's on page load. So whenever you go to the page, you quickly save the parameters in the stage. That's the first thing you do. Like here, as you can see. So don't worry about like that. So it's a page stage that we just made. So the days are going to be set. We are going to set the value from where we're going to quickly save the parameters in each states. Just like that. Now we are not going to worry about parameters. Now everything is saved in stage, which means it can change. It's reorderable, right? But parameters are not reorderable. So what we have to change here? So go to the list view, click here on the dynamic generator. Now we took it from the parameter. This time we'll take it from the page state, because the page state, again, it's reorderable. It can change. So let's actually test it out. I want to test a few things here before we move on. So we have one error, which is already order. Yes, which is this one. No, it's not there. So it's the local. Yeah, so as you can see, so it has an invalid name or already in use, as you can see. So I just changed, like I have added one S at the end. I don't know what was wrong with that, but never mind. So let's go ahead and make some just test and see if what I have said was really true, or I'm just lying to you here. So we need to test what we say. Otherwise, it's going to be just a child game. So let's click here. And now let's reorder them, and hopefully I won't be disappointed. You see, even with the state, they still come back to their place. Why? So what we have missed. So only those who watched the first part will understand. So click on back on the list view. And you see now, this action when you reorder, it gives you the new list after reorder, which is this one. Now we haven't saved it. Like the source, what was the source? Like, yes, again. So yes, we give it parameter. So the action will have to take what? The names. And the new list after the reorder will have to go where? Back to the stage, because we reordered the source and then we update it instantly. So it's a P stage. That is the source. So names. So I set the value to that new action output. So here what we are doing, so yes, I made some mistake here. So here, as I told you, visually we are going to be reordering the names, but in the backend we are going to be reordering what? The IDs. That's very important. So here what we have done, we have just reordered what? Reordered the names. And here let's say new names, for example. Uh, new names right there. So now we actually did a parallel action. So in parallel with reordering the names, we will also want to copy this, and but this time we want to reorder what? The IDs, because I told you we need to reorder them both. For the names is for the user to see that they are reordering something. The IDs is for the developer to know the new indexes to give to each one. Like we have seen that in details. So this time we are going to give it this base state. All right, yes, that's the problem, because this code accepts only strings. So let's go fix that. So here, like we did, so we still need to keep this code that accepts or reorders strings. I will duplicate it to have the new one, which is a copy that will, this time it will accept integers. So click on save, like, yes, click on save. So yes, that's the problem. So it's called copy. So we have copy here. We have to add it here. Again, that's the problem we faced earlier. So reorder items, copy. So when you are stuck, like now I am stuck here. So what you do, click on save. Yes, save. Did you click here? Did so that's a big problem, because so again, let's just duplicate it. Just click, come here, and add that the added word, which was copy. So yes, it's for, I think, integers. So let's keep it integers. So let's click on save. Yes, then click on compile. So again, the copy custom code is for integers. So let's go back here. At this time we are going to use the copy, where I want to give it what? The no, not the base state, not the page parameter, but the base state instead. All the index is right from here. So the new index is going to be here. So like they both have the same action output names, which is not good. So here we want to say new IDs, and here, like, yes. So once we finished, we save the names. So the names will come from what? From which action? From the new names. As well, the IDs, where they will come from? They will come from the same place, but they will come actually from this action code, because what we are doing this in parallel. So now we are now just reordering. We haven't gone through the process of installing the IDs. Like you know, this is exactly what we said in the previous episode. I don't want to go in details because we have done that already. So now let's actually install the new IDs after the reordering. But before that, let's check that. Let's check out if what we have done is working. So let's do some a couple of instant reloads, because sometimes you need to click a million times on this icon in order to see the new things you have just applied, but it's okay. So let's add the price. So let's check this one. Hopefully it will work. You see that we are, after reordering, we have changed the page stage, which was so since the page stage is the source of this, when the source changes, what you see here also changes. So let's step into the next app, the next part, and see how we can just install the IDs. After that, we can just test the whole thing. So before we continue, if you are again interested in learning more about no code for completely free, if you want exclusive content, tips and tricks, and all the latest news about no code so you can get the most out of it, please don't forget to join my free newsletter. It's a free and weekly newsletter that will help you go faster and become the top 1% no code developers. If you are interested, make sure to check the first link in the description down below. So here on this page, I will just wrap this one into a column and add a sorry about that. I will just add a button just like that. This one will just take me back. I'll tap just a navigation back, simple one. So we can just see those changes. Now the cool thing is that once we have but before that, I just want to go to the home page. Here. I just want to turn off this because we don't want to reorder anything here. So after the reordering, we are going to do the same thing as before, like as the last one. So we are going to add an action. No, like after the reordering has happened. So I think that we don't want to do it here. Instead, like why not? Like when you click here, this button will become, for example, like save changes, for example. And this button is the one that will be installing the IDs. So installing the IDs is the last step that we have talked about in the last episode. So to do the index, we just need to actually start a loop, right? So we just wanted to, like first we want to save the, I think like from the last episode we saved, maybe this will be a bit different because I don't remember the last part at all. So save the number of items, number of IDs. So because we need the IDs to install the new indexes. So we're going to start a loop. So we are going to save it somewhere. So maybe app stage. I think we had one right here. It is number. So we'll set the value to what? Number of items here. So they are the same because each product has a name and ID, right? So click here. So, or maybe we want to set it to 0 actually. Yes, I remember. So we want to start from 0 to 1, like 0 to the number of items, or we can start from number of items to 0. Like for loops, I think I will have to dedicate maybe 6 episodes for those who wants to learn loops. For those who wants a quick fix and don't want to spend time learning, then nobody will explain to you what loops are and what are their types and stuff like that. I doubt that. So set, like not save, it's just set the start, go into the loop. So you will run the loop as long as that number that you have just saved, which is an app state, is yes. So I think that we needed to start with the yes. So I think we had to start from what? And the condition will be as long as that app state is greater than or is less than or equal to what? Right. Yes, the number of items here. Yes, it's exactly what we did before. So as long as this is true, then we are going to like make the loop. So now this is the time for the operation. So again, like understanding this will require you to understand the loops. It's okay, just follow it. Once I publish the series about loops, then you can watch it, learn it, practice it, and then you can come back and you will see this in a different way, right? So now it's time for the operation. Like what's the operation? We want to install new indexes. So we want to update row, as we are using Supabase. So I wanted to search. I typed here. No, never mind. So products. So the matching row is going to be what? So is ID is going to be equal to what? So I'm going to start with the last one, right? So who is the last one? It's simply it's the last one here in this list. So it's item at index last one, and we want to start from the last one. And what is going to be the index? So yes, I remember one thing, that the loop condition is not the same as I thought it was. Be like, no, sorry about that. So we want to update this condition. So we are going to run this as long as the number of items is greater than 0. Yes, we explained that in the previous episode. Sorry about that. So we're going to run it as long as the number of items here. It means that we still have some IDs to go over and scan and update. So here we want to update the row, or maybe install new index. Yeah, install index. So for the last one, here, in this space stage, for the last one, yes. So no, sorry, we have done that here. Oh my god, no, we wanted to update the index. Sorry about that. So we wanted to sorry about that. Let's just get some. So there is no index for now. Let's get the new schema here, and here we have the index. So again, let's install a new index. This time we want to choose the index. So the index will be what? Like, those of you who watched the previous episode will know that. So it's going to be the index. So it will simply be the last. It's going to be not the last, but it's going to be the number of items. No problem. It's me anyway. So yes, we have now installed a new index. And again, I don't want to go into details. We have seen this in the previous episode. Like, once you have finished with the updation, the one at the last index, let's actually go ahead and get rid of it. So paste state, and then remove the last one. It's the IDs. Remove from list. So which one you are going to remove? The last one, right? You are going to remove here. So index last one. You are going to remove the last one. And if you had 3, then the 3 is greater than 0. It's approved. Go do the operation. Remove him. You will have the 2. 2 is approved. Do operation. Get rid of him. You will only have 1. 1 is approved because it's greater than 0. Do the operation and get rid of it. You will have 0. 0 is not greater than 0. It's not approved. So you will break out and go do what's after it. Again, we will dive into details into loops, but maybe if you are curious, maybe you go search in my channel about loops. You will see a series of videos just like with reordering, and it will help you a lot. So go ahead and test this out. So let's get to the fun part now. Let's actually click here at price. So remember, we want to check the RTX down below. Now it was reordered here. Hopefully when we save the changes, things will be applied. So save changes. Nothing has happened. Instead, it went up. I don't know what was wrong. I think that we have a wrong reordering. That was really embarrassing, because we wanted to take it down and it went up. So let's see if we are wrong and what kind of reordering we have. No, here in this particular backend query, let's see. No, we don't have any reordering. So what reorder with the index is increasing, like from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Index is increasing. Good. It's okay, guys. Like, there is no problem with that. This is it. Like, this is the reality, right? So it's okay to make some mistakes, and I like the fact that I make mistakes live, because, right, it will just teach you the reality and show you something that is like, yes, you are seeing me building my stuff. It's like this. Like, this is how I build my stuff with me, or for clients, or for whatever. You see the reality. You don't see the perfect image, right? So let's skip this. And now it was actually applied. Now the RTX is at the bottom. Let's just go, maybe check it to the center. But yes, let's just bring it to the center. Check the G920, like from the handle to the bottom. Save changes. Yes, RTX is here, Logitech is here, and congratulations, we have made it, guys. Congratulations, we have made it. So let's first go, like before we do anything, let's go just go thank the the man, or I don't know, it's a boy or a girl, I don't know, but you would call it a man. So sorry about if I was mistaken your gender. So now let's just thank him for the idea, like he just reminded me. So you see here it is, right? It's called him check, right? So he said like thanks for this really kind words. Like he said that in addition to the same lesson, show how to change order on another page. For example, there is a first page and a second page. There's a list on the first page and through the second, like which you, so we have the first, like here is where we have their products, and the second page was the reordering page we have just did. So the second page, you can change the order of the rows through the second page, right? Yes, we changed the order through the second page. This is what I use in my app, and this is what we have learned today. Like I am so excited, like I'm so excited to do more videos with you guys. And please don't forget to join the newsletter. It's a really amazing. Like if you like this quality of videos, you are going to get 10 times more, maybe 100 times more if you just join the free newsletter. It's free, right? You are going to get some weekly emails to help you learn no code, get better at no code, build things to, like I will show you how to make money with no code, how to find good ideas, like everything. Like sometimes I don't share this on YouTube, but will definitely share it with you if you join the newsletter. I go, it's in the first link in the description down below. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.